It's High Priestess Jamila. I am here to do more live free promo readings from the chat. And I'm sitting outside right now, but we're getting ready to go in. And so, what you do is just post your question, or if you just want a message from Spirit, or from your spirit guides, or from my spirit guides, or whatever you want to call it, you can just put it in the chat. And also, if you guys want to purchase private readings, you guys can visit divineservicesapothecary.com. I do have spiritual wards starting at 100 a piece. And so you guys can contact with me and consult with me about just details about that and how it can really, really help you. Okay. So it is Wednesday, August the 19th of 2026. We've got a full moon coming up on the 27th of August. Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate it. And I want to tell y'all more about like what's happening in the sky. But I started this live sitting outside, so we'll do all that when I get back in. I'm about to go in now. I had to come out here and get some fresh air. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. So you can just post, hey, can I get a message? Or you can post a specific question. Hello, Talia's Jagged Teeth. Hello. How are you? Did you have a question? Appreciate the love, dear. All right, let me go in here. All right, let me look at my signal. Okay, we're good. All right, so I think I'm gonna take this party upstairs. So y'all can just post your questions. You can put your zodiac sign in there if you want. I just ask for you to not put any of your personal info in the chat room. You can if you want. But I would just kind of just don't, if you have your account with your real first and last name, you may want to not post it in the chat room. Okay. You may want to just have your whatever your screen name is. Just make sure that it doesn't include any personal details of yourself. Okay. And look at me. I need some help carrying this stuff upstairs. Y'all, this is just crazy. Ah. Okay. All right, let me grab this too. Okay, so we got somebody in the chat. Oh, hey, it's Vessel of Yahweh. Hello. I made the decision to leave in February. Can you tell me if my husband Capricorn will retaliate? Oh, now. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay. I just dropped my phone. One of my phones. I got three of them in my hand. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's take a look. See here. All right, give me a second. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had to. Okay. All right. Well, we want to know. We want my spirit guides to come in, please. Protection, thank you. We want true and correct answers for Vessel of Yahweh is going to leave her husband in February. Is the husband going to retaliate against her? Yes or no? Major arcana, even numbers, yes. Odd numbers, court cards is no. All right, and I got a yes answer, hon. The answer is yes. Let me know what you think of that, and I'm still over here getting set up because I got to plug in this phone. But the answer is yes. Let me see what he's gonna do. This is crazy. I don't know why they do that, which is why. Here's what I'm gonna suggest that you do. You need a ward, and you know what? It'll soften the blow, but he definitely is going to retaliate. Just in the yes answer, I got the Five of Swords came up inverted. I got the Strength card inverted. I got Four of Swords inverted. Ten of Wands inverted. And then the Ten of Cups in the upright position. So definitely can tell that he's gonna retaliate for, and it looks like it's gonna be for a while. Um, like it's, that's pretty bad. That Strength card in the inverted position is pretty bad. Whenever you leave in a situation like that, it's best to prepare. Hold on a minute. The best preparation would definitely be a ward, but it depends on where you're going. I've done that before and didn't realize that I would get any backlash. I didn't understand that, but whatever. Um, it's like, why? Um, that my wards are the best wards are going to be liquid. It's going to have water in it. Okay, your best wards, they're going to have water in it. So if you're just like moving down the street, you can easily have, you need some kind of warding. Okay, when you anticipate stuff like that, let's see what he's going to do. We can already see what he's going to do. That's him and his family. Have I watched that movie Divorce in Black? We're going to find out how is Vessel of Yahweh, how is her husband going to retaliate? What is he going to do? Is it going to be physical or with slander? What is he going to do? Definitely could see. Oh, hold on. Hold on, let me see. Pentacles upright. Is this the final outcome? Or yes or no? Major arcana, even number. She has 5 numbers. What causes no? Oh, yeah, he gon' yeah. All right. So the first card that comes up is the Tower card. It comes up in the upright position. The only type of spiritual work that I am seeing being done is him utilizing, let me show you. Hold on, y'all. Hello. So we got that tower that comes up that's connected to Mars, and then the 3 of Swords. So you can see your power and your strength in the situation as well, but he is going to be heartbroken, and you can tell that it is going to be some kind of slander because the Lovers comes up in the inverted position, which is pretty bad. Unfortunately, it could take you a minute to recover from that. You see how this is when you leave, right? This is the pain it's going to cause him. But you can see you recuperating and recovering very quickly. See that 6 of Wands upright? And then the Fool card. And then you can tell that Lovers inverted. That's not good. 4 of Cups inverted. You can tell that there is going to be slander and gossip, or just speaking against your success, right? 10 of Swords, the Devil inverted is underneath it. But then you got the Sun in the upright position. Do you have a Sun with him? Because the Sun keeps coming up. It came up twice. 7 of Cups in the inverted position. So that definitely means that you're going to be triumphant and victorious over a lot of the stuff that he does, but you can tell with that 7 of Cups inverted that he is going to try to block your love life, which y'all should never not take that seriously. Don't ever don't ignore that, because that can affect you in a lot of ways. That's hate. The Lovers inverted, hate. 7 of Cups inverted, hate. Definitely could affect your job. 4 of Cups comes up inverted. That's where it's like a stigma. You're not being appreciated. You're not feeling appreciated. Rejection. The 4 of Cups inverted, to me, is worse than in the upright position. It depends on what the surrounding cards are. You got the Devil card inverted, so you don't have any kids with him. Okay. I can definitely tell that you're going to be very happy, and that maybe, I feel like maybe that Sun card does have something to do with the child that you're supposed to have, or either it could be a relationship. Definitely can see you manifesting good things and him just steadily trying to block you. Okay. So then the Devil card comes up. This card is in the inverted position, and this is connected to Saturn. So this is where he's going to be talking. He's going to be talking and preying on you and praying against you. Okay. Then we got the Knight of Cups in the upright position. 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to ask about this Knight of Cups. He is in the upright position. I'm going to ask if he's good for you or if he's bad for you, because you can tell that this is another lover coming in. You can tell that this is your love life. He's going to represent your love life, whether or not he's a person or an energy or a situation. I feel like that Five of Pentacles is where you're going to feel crossed. You're going to feel hexed. Your love life. Because they do that. All of them do that. Okay? For some reason. Most of them. I don't want to say all of them, but most of them. I'm going to ask about, yeah, obviously. I know that's right. I'm going to ask about this Knight of Cups. Give me a second. What messages do you have about this Knight of Cups? Okay. So you may end up running into a Scorpio. That's Scorpio, but it could be a Cancer or a Pisces. But the message that I got about this Knight of Cups is the new person. However, here's what I want to tell you. I feel like that Five of Pentacles is challenges with the new person that is going to be brought upon by your ex-husband. And that is not fun. That is not fun. Like, you're trying to be with him. You're trying to focus on the new person. And it's like this, it would be perfect, but there's this lingering. And here's what I want to tell you. Here's this Eight of Cups, right? So he comes up as the Eight of Cups because you're walking towards him. This King of Swords is a monitoring spirit. And it ain't good. Even though the connection between you and that person is going to be very strong. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Whoever this new person is definitely marriage vibes. Okay? It might take a while. Let's see what's after the Four. Oh, yeah. Nine of Cups is that's a really good card to get. Even though it's not the Ten of Cups, it's still a complete number. So I'm seeing this new person come in, but I do feel that you need to. That's not fun right there, because it's almost like we're happy, but it's what is it? It's a disruption in the connection. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's like oh my God, we want this so bad and it's so good, but it's like, what is that? What is that? Like why does it feel off? Why does it feel awkward? He's coming in, this monitoring spirit, because monitoring spirits can be very manipulative. Do take that serious. Because when you are with your new person, see this Five of Pentacles right here, everybody always says, oh, it's unrequited love, unrequited. No, not really. This could just be an issue with intimacy. Right? So what I mean by that is not having that completed, just that feeling of, oh, let's go out and have a drink, and then have something to eat, and just come home and make love and just fall asleep to a nice movie, feeling like we're floating up to the universe. You know what I'm saying? And it feel good. That's what that means right there. So he's gonna come into your life, the new person that you want. But whatever this monitoring spirit is, which this definitely could be an ancestral spirit of your husband, or it could be somebody of your current husband, or it could be somebody connected to him. We can find out more about who this is. Whoever it is, you need to block out. This is psychic energy. King of Swords is a shaman. King of Swords is that shamanic energy, to where, so a monitoring spirit is somebody that can look into you, channel you, and get insight. And that's not what you want. Yeah. He's going to be stopped. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna. Okay, let me flip the camera off real quick so I can pick these cards up. I want to find out for you real quick who this King of Swords is. What you need, though, let me tell you what you need. And I would love for you to get in contact with me because I could definitely the business right now. I am accepting new clients. So here's the deal. This is going to be a change that is not going to be welcomed by this person. You can already tell by that Three of Swords that you're leaving to go to something better. And so that's entanglement, enmeshment, right? So I would say all of that negativity, I would say, because you can do, like, my wards are like manifestation wards. So what you would be manifesting is like a clearing of your heart chakra and your head. That's also a cord cutting from the ex. Because now you can tell that it's gonna take a minute for you to do that, but it should be really fast. I would hope that that's not 6 months, but you can tell that because the Six of Wands is connected to the sun, so that's definitely ancestral power. So this will be good. This will be a small thing right here, but then this right here, you want to ward off him running his mouth. You want to bind his tongue. You want to make sure that he can't monitor. Like his whole family might be monitoring you. Okay? And then delaying, confusion. And then also there seems to be something that's going to be getting thrown at you that's gonna it just is that feeling of that ick feeling. It's like, God, you can just feel it inside of you. And this is something that you definitely want to not only clear off of yourself, but you also, that King of Swords, but yeah, you have another, yeah, you may have to deal with that too. You're going to deal with that too. I can definitely tell with that Seven of Cups. Yeah, that Seven of Cups inverted, that means that there may be possibly more exes in the past that you may need to go ahead and clear out of your energy. But then this card comes up, that Four of Cups, and that's where you'll want to clear out and block out um, just those energies to where it'll cause people to struggle. Like, do I really appreciate this person or do I not appreciate this person? Because trust me, I've been there, done that. And then, so what I'm sensing is that what's already been done is that it's already been done. And then maybe even to a few of your family members also, because they'll do that too. Start to disconnect you from any kind of support system. But then also that Four of Cups is indicative of needing to manifest rapid healing, just healing and protection of the heart. And then this right here is bondage. This is a major one right here. Major. I didn't get the Magician. I didn't get the Hierophant. I didn't get the High Priestess, the Moon card, whether or not it's a male or female. Could be somebody doing actual spiritual work, but his family coming all the way down, right? Because that's part of the reason why you want to leave, is because he's got some unresolved issues with his family. Okay, that is bondage, and that is not good, and it's inverted. So again, you want to ward off anything that's trying to keep you bound to him, because he will try to keep you bound to him. I feel like this right here, it's positive, but then again, I can see the negative to where it can keep you in limbo. Seven of Cups is all about being in limbo. Okay. Yeah, Skylar Moon. Yep, I'm doing free promo readings. And then this is the new person. This is kind of the struggle with the new person. And this can be very scary because I feel like for whoever the new person is, he may not necessarily be a water person. This could represent just your feelings for this person. I personally don't think that it's safe for anybody these days to just run into random people. I think you should set an intention. Whether or not, like I like to set physical intentions, like whether or not you set that intention. I used the spirit doll. I made a spirit doll. He's downstairs in my purse. I personally think that you should set an intention to bring in the right person. But, again, this is just a promo reading. So that's something that I would have to analyze because clearly, you're definitely love focused, which I really do like that. I get excited about that as far as with clients. Because if you call on your spirits to bring in the right person, he will come. But you can tell that there's going to be struggle in that area if you don't deal with, especially this monitoring spirit. He's very powerful. You need to block him out. That's the evil eye. Watching, manipulating. He's a male spirit. You can definitely tell it's a male spirit. But some female monitoring spirits will do that too. Um, and so basically, what he's going to do is he'll be trying to possess the new person to run him off. Okay. So I would say prepare for that in advance. I know that some people don't have a lot of time for preparation work. Um, but I think it's in your best interest to do that because he's going to retaliate. He's going to come after you. He is. And so you need to ward off his generational curses. But then again, before I move on, unless you have any other questions, um y'all, okay. No, he can be the most perfect man if you like him and it's the right one. Ward off their generational curses and yours too. Ward it off. Do a ward for it. Okay? As soon as you can. I'm telling you because I guess it doesn't necessarily matter about your geographical location, but it does depend on. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But I think that it's definitely a little bit different for black people because of the transatlantic slave trade. So that's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Yeah, you can post it here in the chat. Let's go ahead, and I think that yeah, so feel free to contact me so you can prepare in advance. He's not gonna know. He won't know that you're doing that. Um, his That's a bad ancestor. That King of Swords is a bad ancestor of his. Okay. And I am accepting new clients right now. That's literally what I do, guys. When y'all come in, it doesn't matter what the case is. I always immediately do a ward, and my wards are extremely powerful. Okay. So that's the first thing that I do. And it starts working immediately. Okay. And it strengthens as I feed it, because I feed my wards at every new moon, every full moon. I've basically restructured my business. And, it's been very liberating. It really has. Okay. You can visit divineservicesapothecary.com. I do have an app now, guys, but I haven't had time to tweak it because I will be, you'll be able to do your purchases through the app. But I always end up invoicing my clients anyway through PayPal. If you can't do PayPal, we do Venmo. But right now, it's my PayPal links. Okay, right now I'm not accepting anything by Cash App. I'm not going to go into detail. My Cash App is still good, still the same Cash App. It's just that I'm not accepting. I won't be accepting payments through Cash App until probably like the beginning of September. Okay, but yeah, right now my domain takes you to my link tree. Okay, and then that way you can click on my PayPal buttons. Okay, and since I've partially done your reading here, if you want to, you can just do a 30-minute readings. My 30-minute readings are only 30. 60-minute readings are only 60 right now. Okay. All right, we're gonna do some clearings. There, fire of earth, cleanse and bless this home and earth, drive away all harm, fear, and only good may enter here. If spirits threaten us in this place, fight fire by fire and water by water. Banish their souls into nothingness and remove their powers until the last trace. Let these evil beings flee through time and through space. Okay, so just to let you guys know, yes, you can ward off monitoring spirits. There's no spirit that has the right to monitor you. Okay, unless you're trying to do harm, and leaving someone is not harmful. you know, while they will try to, especially if you have good reason, if you have good reason to walk away from that person, you're not doing them any harm. You know what? I need to put up a video of my. I mean, you could meditate and ward them off, but are you going to be meditating all day? Nobody should just be saying, then you wouldn't have a life. Let me show you some of my wards, sweetie. I got to be careful, though. I actually put up a video of my wards. Go view my video real quick of my wards, and you'll see kind of what they look like. I put up a video on that. It's actually, I'll link it to my community wall. Okay. Because I just put that video up. Okay. Not yet, Skylar Moon. Give me a second. I'm just clearing out. Okay. How does Jeremiah feel towards me? Okay, I got you. Let me share this to my community wall real quick, and then I'll get to your question. Okay, so it's the video title, What's in Your At-Home Care Package? And so your ward will eventually be sent to you. I'll put the community post up now, video on wards, and you'll be able to see my wards in that video. All right. Spirit guide. Skylar Moon wants to know, how does Jeremiah feel towards her? Show me, how does Jeremiah feel? Thank you. So with all these inverted cards. Okay, let me just make sure, because I wasn't clear on if I was going to do this actual spread. How does he feel? What's he thinking? How does he feel deep down? How's he walking his talk? What are the outside influences? Who are the outside influences? And what is the final outcome? What can she expect from Jeremiah? Thank you. Okay. All right, there we go. Just wanted to make sure. Mm. So the first card that I get is the Magician, which tells me that there is some outside influences that are affecting how Jeremiah feels about you. Looks like it's a friend of his. More than likely, that person possibly is an Aries, somebody that Jeremiah is really close to. What's he thinking is the Justice card. So he definitely is weighing out, okay, I don't want to say weighing out his options because that makes it sound like you're just like an option for him. But I do think that his feelings for you are there. Like, that's connected to Libra. So he definitely does have strong feelings for you. Okay, that's what he's thinking. His actions, though, which is how he feels deep down, he's kind of not really like the Queen of Wands in the inverted position. That's where he's not necessarily doing everything that he wants to do. He's holding back. So deep down, he's kind of sitting back. Now, I can tell that he's probably either communicating sporadically, or either his communication is not necessarily coming from his heart. He's withholding something. He's hiding something. He's not really telling you how he feels, okay? Am I correct on that? Am I on point so far, or am I reading maybe your ex or something? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I try to be as accurate as possible. Okay, cool. So this outside influence is somebody very close to him. This is either a friend or a brother. And I do feel that this is the manipulation, that I feel like this is negative manipulation, because the outcome card, you can tell with this Page of Swords that, you can tell that that's communication, but it's not necessarily, it's kind of like empty conversation. It's not like, passionate, or, Five of Wands could be passion, but I'd rather it be the Six of Wands. This is where there's some conflict. So something is going on here. Yeah, well, I don't think that he's hiding something, but rather more so he's hiding how he really feels about you, which like I said, he really does like you. He's hiding that. But there's an outside manipulation. Okay. Let me look at my love oracle real quick and throw a couple of cards for you. What messages do you have for Skylar Moon from the Love Oracle about Jeremiah? And then we want to know how he feels. What's he thinking? What's Jeremiah thinking? How's he feel deep down? How's he walking his talk? Outside influences, and what can Skylar Moon expect from Jeremiah next? Okay. This does give us a lot more insight. Okay. So the Love Oracle is saying that he's, like I said before, he really does like you. The Open Heart card comes up. What he's thinking, the Nourish card comes up. So he really wants to something into the relationship, but then again, the pride card comes up. So this reading with the love oracle almost mirrors the reading that we just did. Okay. So the pride card comes up. So again, this is where there is an outside influence, which is stopping him from taking action. Okay. Now, we did get a little bit more insight. We got the past life card comes up in the inverted position. So I definitely do feel that there's a connection between the two of you guys. But again, kind of like the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is going to be somebody that's that could possibly be unsure, kind of all over the place. But then again, I can also see that he is carrying some baggage from the past life, and the soulmates card comes up. This is his friend. This is a friend. This is the friend. This is the outside influence. So that's a close friend that's kind of like, saying, oh man, that, don't, he don't want to lose his friend, which is like, I'm trying to figure out is his friend gay or something? Like, what's going on with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then the beginnings card comes up. So that's actually very promising, the beginnings card. I do kind of feel like what is happening with the outside influences is kind of like that there may be some trauma bonding. But then again, here's what I want you to know. Like, that magician being in the upright position, that's trickery. That's trickery altogether. That's manipulation. So, how much do you really want to put into that situation? And is he the one? Right? So, because he may not be completely the one for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he may not be the one that you're going to settle down with. Yeah. So you may want to like ask that question. And like I said, guys, quit wasting your time on these people that you're kind of meeting randomly or through other people. I think that once you reach a certain age, you start to realize, why do I keep dealing with the same thing over and over again? Why does this keep happening? And it is literally because, there's there's actually a lot of outside influences that are affecting your love life, and you're not necessarily meeting the one. So that's why for me, when I met my significant other, I always have to talk about him. I actually created a relationship with my love angels, and they brought us together very quickly. So, but then again, your love angels, if it's confirmed that that person is the one, they can actually help you with those outside influences in case they are causing problems. Okay, so don't be shy. Reach out to me. Okay, and you do want to know, do you want me to ask? You taking a break from dating? How old are you? That's understandable too, but you know what? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That, to me, that sounds like more manipulation. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've been on this earth for years. And you know what? I believe that if I would have known back then what I know now, like, which I didn't, of course, you know what I'm saying? If I would have known what I know now, I know for a fact that I would have still ran into my significant other, only we would have been younger. But that's okay, because we both feel young at heart, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's more manipulation. You 31? Okay, so you still real young. But, I don't know. Like, I wish that I would have done it years ago because my significant other, we were so lost without each other. But then again, I had little ones, and it was meant for me to bring my little ones into the world, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, even when I started my spiritual practice, I wish that I would have had the clarity to, like, and it wasn't my fault. It was just the time that we were living in. This was in 2015. But I wish that I would have, had that clarity then, because I would have suggested for clients to do that instead of trying to reunite with people, going through all of the rigmarole. But then again, that was set up like that by design. Okay. Thank you. Can I ask what his friend is just discouraging him, but let's find out what exactly are these outside influences doing. Please, even if you're single and you're not involved with anybody, please, 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 guys, before I throw these cards, protect yourselves from people that are manipulating your love energies anyway. Even if you're single, that's when you do it, because it's affecting other areas of your life, okay? Including your health. All right, what messages do you have for Skylar Moon about what the friend of Jeremiah is doing to manipulate? Thank you. Three of Cups inverted and the Death card. Mm-hmm. Being real negative. Let me show you. Being down on women. Oh man, she ain't right for you. You need to break up with her. You need to move on. You need to find somebody better. Mm-hmm. Putting a lot of burden on them too about it. Tell them to move on. That Death card, yeah. Five of Swords. Mm-hmm. You know what? I've never been into friends that were negative about relationships, because you know what? Here's the thing about it. Even if that person isn't the one for you, it doesn't have to be a knockdown, drag out, we gonna kill each other and all this toxicity. That's what I don't like about it. So if like I wish that I would have known 15 years ago to do the work that I do now, to like ward stuff off, because people will do stuff like that. So yeah, basically, and I will warn you with that Three of Cups inverted and that Death card, that Death card could indicate, I would say, more so some kind of meditation or something esoteric. Something esoteric. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that. No, you can't. But you know what? Here's the thing about it. We gotta we have been, not like the evil eye. I'm gonna tell you something. You're talking about the evil eye. When I finally realized, and you know what, just the trolls, don't try me. Don't try. Don't don't. Because when you tell them, hey, I've got a good bead on things, they'll switch the goalposts. At every post, north, south, east, and west, honey. Don't even try me. Talking to the trolls and the people that like to, play around and play games. When it comes to the evil eye, it's a lot of different things that come into play with that, right? The work that you do to the evil eye has to be fed. And the longer you feed the work that is against it, the stronger it gets. Right? So that's just like, for example, let me show you this. This right here. This is my soul retrieval, energy retrieval. This is not a war. It can be a ward, but my wards always have water. So this is more so a manifestation thing. And I made it probably, I think I made this like maybe 3 weeks ago. But the more that I feed it, the stronger it gets. Okay. So that's something that it's like I said, when it comes to the evil eye, because people, and then also another thing, if it's meant for you to be with that person, can't nobody tear you apart, right? But they can cause you to be distant from that person, which is horrible. When it's somebody that you really love, being distant from them is hard. It is. It's hard. It's awful. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not that's physical distance or either, and then it really depends on what's going on. So, it's something that you definitely can overcome. But I do think that a lot, I would, I don't want to just be sitting up here with the person that I love, just having a bunch of problems and because people will throw stuff at you. They will. And that evil eye can be very strong. It can be strong. You know what I'm saying? Have you thinking, oh, this person's cheating. He'll be thinking and of course, it's not gonna necessarily, like, if a person suspects that you're seeing somebody else, obviously if it's the one for you, they may ask you something or they may do something to open up the communication to where you're like, hey, you're the only one. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna, bitch, don't you ever cheat on me, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Like they, like stuff like that. Like, no, like what? That's not the one. I'm sorry, that's not the one. Somebody that would say that to you. I've been like I've told my significant other, I've went nuts on my significant other, and I've told him like, I'ma get that bitch. I ain't gonna do nothing to you, baby, but I'ma get that bitch. And he be like, what the hell? Like, girl, like ain't nothing going on. Like, what are you tripping off of? Thank you, Michelle Diaz. It's like, that's good. That's good. Wait a minute. You said no. I sent him some pictures, and right after he started being distant, the friend probably made him feel like I'm not attractive. Or you meant unattractive? Yeah, definitely. That's another sign that it's a good one. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he's, that's a obvious, for a man to be constantly trying to demean your looks, it's like, well, you're obviously not the one. But what I was going to tell y'all is that if you're with the right person, they're not going to wow out on you and start threatening you. And, like those are worst case scenarios. But what they will do is they will become distant and they may not show up for you the way that you want. And you're thinking, okay, what is going on? Spirit is out, and that's why when you do things intentional, when you do it intentional and you're like, this is the one that I'm bringing into me, then something's up. You know what I'm saying? Something's up, something ain't right. Then you can work on that. But just a random person, oh, I'm gonna do work on this random person that we don't know who brought this person into my life. It could have been somebody with, bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? So you need to set the intention and set the tone for the person that's coming into your life. Don't let nobody else do it because they will manipulate for various purposes. For various purposes, okay? All right. Michelle Diaz says, good evening, ma'am. Best wishes to you and your family. Any messages from Spirit for us. Sure. Sure. Best wishes to you too. My little dog passed away. She was so little. Do you see her? Is she okay? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss. Let's clear some stuff out here. Gonna clear out. You're welcome, Skylar Moon. Like I said, I highly encourage you guys to contact me. Just visit divineservicesapothecary.com, okay? All right. Michelle Diaz. What messages do you have for Michelle Diaz tonight? Hmm. Six of Cups inverted. Temperance inverted. Nine of Cups inverted. Ten of Pentacles upright. Girl, you under some kind of spiritual attack. There's a spirit guide here. You got some. You got some. What's been going on, dear? Let me see here. Let me throw a couple of my love oracles. Have you been feeling spiritually attacked? Usually, I'm going to be honest with you, usually a familiar or a pet, you may not call her a familiar, but usually a familiar or a pet passing away can be a sign. Not that death is coming, but just a spiritual attack. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to scare you. Hold on. Messages for Michelle Diaz from the Love Oracle. The shattered broken mirror comes up. Open heart inverted. Yeah. So this is it's not your dog, but I definitely did get the pride card and it was inverted. Definitely a sign from your familiar, or if you don't, you may not call her that. The broken mirror card comes up, and then the open heart. This was inverted. Something definitely that you're vulnerable to, and then the conflict card comes up. Definitely someone with conflict for you. I got Six of Cups. See, this is the reason why I honor inverted cards, okay? I honor them. Six of Cups comes up inverted. The number 6, the number 9 are very heavily loaded numbers. Temperance comes up inverted. That's attachment. You got some spiritual attachments. You got some monitoring spirits. Trying to get in. And then you got this is a ancestor spirit guide. This is a spirit guide right here. You do any spiritual work? Some of y'all do. You got some doorways where you got some negative energy that you need to clear off, but you also got some doorways that need to be closed to something, especially this. I hate this card. It's inverted too. That's like a psychic attack, spiritual attack. But it being inverted, This card being inverted means that there's a door that's open, that something is getting through, especially the card telling me it's an open door. And then you got the moon card in the inverted position. Okay. This this is definitely your messages, Michelle Diaz. Girl, you better take heed to what I'm saying. You're under spiritual attack, girl. And that's why I was asking, is there any work that you might do for yourself? Anything that you're doing for yourself? Am I tripping? Is my audio working? Yeah, you got some stuff going on. I had to light up my sage here. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Did you have any questions about what the messages that I got from Spirit so far? All right, I'm guessing that Michelle Diaz is done communicating. Okay. All righty, guys. I'm going to move over to TikTok. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed these readings. If you would like to schedule personal private readings, visit divineservicesapothecary.com, which will lead you to my link tree, where you can also schedule at my link tree too. You'll see the PayPal buttons, my Venmo info, and then also just to let you guys know, I am running specials on spiritual wards right now. Okay, and spiritual protection. Okay, and then manifestation wards too. Okay. All right, I may come back later. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, guys, and I will see you later. Michelle Diaz, I don't know if you lost audio or if you didn't understand the messages, but you can just go back and you'll be able to hear the message that I gave, okay? All right. Okay, I will see you guys later. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.